everyone. I hope you all are fit and fine. In the last class, we were studying about the types of companies. Students, I explained you about the first type of company, that is the private company. Let's move on to the next type of company, that is public company. As I told you, there are basically the three types of company: private company, public company, and one person company. Okay, now public company, let's see the meaning of it. According to Section 271 of Companies Act 2013, a public company means a company which is not a private company. Okay, public company. A public company, simply according to this section and according to Companies Act 2013, it is said that a company means a public company means a company which is not a private company. Okay, a company which is not a private company. Okay, that company is known as public company. Okay, the public company is not a private company. Now a public company is one which, now there are basically like various criteria to define public company. Okay, see the first one. First is, it has no restriction on transfer of its shares. Students, public company has no restriction on transfer of its shares. Transfer of its shares means, say, in every company there are shareholders, right? In every company there are shareholders. Shareholders are the person who invest money in the company and purchase the shares of the company, right? So those shareholders, okay, if they want to sell the shares and get back the money, or withdraw the money and sell the shares in some to somebody else, okay, and register the shares in somebody's else name, then they can do it. Means transfer of share means what? Earlier the ownership was with somebody else, and after selling the shares the ownership has changed. For example, there is a shareholder named A. Now he wants to sell the share. Okay, now presently, like currently, he is the owner of the share. Okay, but he want to he want to sell the share. So here the transfer of share is done. Transfer of shares mean presently the ownership is with A. If he will sell the share, okay, suppose B is the person, okay, the second person who is purchasing the share from A. So now the ownership will get transferred from A to B. Now after selling, the B will be the owner of those shares. This is the meaning of transfer of shares. So in public company, the shares can be transferred from one person to another. Okay, in earlier it may be in somebody's else name, and later on after transferring, the ownership goes to another person. Okay, so this is all about transfer of shares. Now coming to the second point, that is minimum 7 members and has no maximum limits of its members. Like for example, like in a public company there should be at least 7 members, minimum 7 members should be there. Okay, then only they can form a public company. And maximum limit is, there is no maximum limit. Okay, now coming to the next point, that is, it has no restriction on inviting the public to subscribe its shares and debentures. Okay students, shares and debentures, coming to this point, it has no restriction on inviting the public to subscribe to its shares. Now the public company can invite the public to purchase its shares. It means that suppose XYZ is the name of the company. Okay, this is the public company. Now the public company wants to sell its shares. Okay, so he can invite the public. Okay, he can invite the public and state them that he want to sell the company's share, and the interested person can invest the money in the company and they can purchase the shares, right? This is the procedure of buying the shares. Now debenture is also a kind of security, like it is, debenture is actually a document, okay, which generally debenture, like shares and debenture, what, see students, generally the big companies or any company, okay, the company want the money, okay, so they want the money So they ask it's like they take the loans from the public in the form of shares and debenture. Okay, the public, the general public, okay, the public, what they will do, the public will invest the money in the company. Okay, suppose XYZ company is there. Okay, so the public is going to invest the money in the company. So in return, the company is going to give them the shares of their company. Now the second thing is debenture. What is debenture? Debenture is the document which is given by the company to the public. Now debenture is normally a document. Now in this, what happens, if the generally the large companies, okay, generally large companies go for debenture. Okay, the large company, they do what, they generally ask public to invest the money in the what, they invest the money in the company. So here the public will invest the money in the company, and in return of that, the company is going to give them interest. Okay, interest over the money they invested. Okay, and they will give them a debenture, like a document in which all the details or all the rules and the regulations of what, not the rules and the regulations, but all the details of the debentures, how many amount they have invested, okay, how much interest they will be getting, at what percent they will be getting, all those details will be entitled there in the document. Okay, so in return, the company will give them the interest, the company will give interest to the public. Okay, so this is about shares and debentures. So here the public company has no restriction. It means that they can easily invite the public to purchase the shares of the company. Okay, purchase the shares of the company, they will subscribe the shares and debentures. Okay, now moving to the last one, that is, it has a minimum paid up capital of 5 lakh rupees. It means that minimum paid up capital, okay, the minimum capital to commence the public company should be at least 5 lakh rupees. Okay, they should have a minimum paid up capital of 5 lakh rupees, then only they can commence the business. Okay, then only they can start the company, right? So these are all the criterias. Okay, this criteria has to be fulfilled, then only a company can be formed, a public company can be formed, right? So this is all about private company and public company. Moving to the next one, that is one person company. This is a new type of company which has come under the Companies Act 2013. Let us understand it. See the first point. One person company refers to a company which has only one person as a member and which works on the principle of ordinary company rules. See, one person company, as the name is like, through the name you can understand that one person company is a company in which only one member is there, and that one person can run that company. Okay, now see the second point. Now, and one more thing, it works on the principle of ordinary company, like same like the other company. One person company also have the rules and regulations same as the other companies. Okay, now second point is person should be an Indian citizen and a resident of India. Means a person, he or she should be an Indian citizen, okay, and a resident of India. They should be living in India. They should be the resident of India, right? Now, the next is one person company to compulsory convert itself into public or private company, okay, where the paid up capital share capital exceeds 50 lakh or its average turnover during the relevant period exceeds 2 crore, it shall cease to be entitled as OPC. Okay, but dear, in some cases, one person company compulsory converts itself into public or private company. Okay, there are many cases. Okay, in some cases they need to convert it, so don't worry about all that, just it is a point to be remembered. Okay, now when the paid up capital or when the paid up share capital exceeds 50 lakh, okay, if the paid up capital exceeds 50 lakh, or if the average turnover, means the total earning, okay, average turnover, the earning of the year, annual earning, okay, if the annual earning of the company exceeds 2 crore, if the turnover is 2 crore, it shall cease to be entitled as OPC. Okay, so if any company whose share capital exceeds 50 lakh, or if they earn the turnover more than 2 crore, like if they have the turnover more than 2 crore, then it will be entitled as, it shall cease to be entitled as OPC, one person company. Okay, so this is all about private company, public company and one person company. Moving to the next topic, that is formation of a joint stock company. Students, formation of a joint stock company, how a company is formed. There are various stages or steps which is involved in the formation of a company. Let's see it one by one. The stages or the steps involved in the formation of the company are: first, promotion; second, incorporation; third, capital subscription; fourth, commencement of business. These are the 4 steps which needs to be fulfilled in order to form a company, in order to form a joint stock company. Okay, I'll explain you all these steps one by one. Let's begin with the first stage. The first stage in the formation of a joint stock company is promotion. Promotion. See, what does promotion means? Promotion involves the discovery of business ideas, its investigation, assembling necessary resources to set up business. Now students, promotion is what? It's very simple to understand. Promotion involves the discovery of business idea, okay, to discover new business idea, what kind of business they want to start, they want to begin. It's investigation to find the details of everything. Like in promotion, okay, they need to have they need to find, or they need to develop or discover a business idea, okay, in order to start the company. Okay, now they will investigate about everything and assemble the necessary resources to set up the business. Okay, in promotion stage, what happens, students? They have to, like, it is a process of generating an idea. Okay, what kind of business they want to do. Okay, they will do all the investigations regarding it, they will assemble all the resources. So promotion is the process of planning and organizing all the resources. They will plan everything and they will organize all the resources in order to start the company, in order to form the company. Okay, now the person who performs all the activities during the promotion stage, okay, the person who performs all the activities during the promotion stage is known as promoter. Okay, is known as promoter. Okay, the person is known as the promoter who does all these things. Okay, so promotion is the first step of the formation of a joint stock company. Okay, so the promoter is the person who what discovers the business idea, what kind of business they want to form. Okay, everything. He will investigate about the details and he will plan, he will make the planning and he will assemble the resources, or he will arrange the resources in order to start the business. Right, now one more important thing. Promoter can be a single person also, or group of people. Okay, single person or a group of people, group of persons. Okay, or it can be an institution also. Okay, so promoter can be an institution, it can be an individual, it can be a group. Okay, anybody can be the promoter. Okay, anybody can operate or think to form a joint stock company. Okay, so the first step in the formation of joint stock company is promotion. Okay, now there are various stages in the promotion also. Various steps has to be followed. Let us begin with it. The first is identification of business opportunity. See the explanation. The first and the foremost function of a promoter is to identify a business idea. Example, production of a new product or services. Students, how before starting a company, okay, before starting a company or before like thinking of starting a company, okay, the first important thing is what? They need to generate the idea that what kind of business they want to do. Okay, like if, for example, production of a new product or services, they will think about the production of a new product or services, what kind of product they want to deal in, or they want to deal with providing the services. So everything has to be discovered. Okay, so here the promoter will begin with what? discovering the ideas, okay, generation of ideas in order to set up the business, okay. It is an idea to set up the business, okay. Or if the like a promoter, if he wants to start a new company, then he will think to start a new company. Or else a business which is the existing ones, means जो business already है, okay, जो बन चुकी है, which is a company. But the next step he can do is he can think about expanding his business, okay. So joint stock company or the formation of joint stock company is not only about the new company, but it's also about the existing company, okay. The new company, thinking about the new company and expanding the what, expanding the existing company, okay. So idea can be anything regarding the business, okay. कोई है जो नया कंपनी स्टार्ट करना चाहता है और कोई पर्सन है जो अपने एग्जिस्टिंग कंपनी को एक्सपैंड करना चाहता है, ओके. सो जनरली दे विल डिस्कवर न्यू आइडियाज़ फॉर देयर बिजनेस, ओके. दे विल एनालाइज, सब कुछ देखेंगे कि बिजनेस अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ क्या है प्रेजेंटली, व्हाट सिनेरियो इज़ देयर एंड what type of market is there, एंड उनको अभी इस प्रेजेंट सिचुएशन में कौन सी तरह का बिज़नेस प्रॉफिटेबल हो सकता है, क्या उनको अपने बिज़नेस के लिए रिसोर्सेज मिल सकता है या नहीं मिल सकता है, हाउ मच कैपिटल विल बी रिक्वायर्ड, ओके. कितना पैसा उनको लगेगा अपने बिज़नेस के लिए, राइट. कितना प्रॉफिट होगा, कितना लॉस होगा, क्या रिस्क है, क्या नहीं है. सो एवरीथिंग हैज़ टू बी analyzed in the promotion stage, okay. So first step is identification of business opportunity, right. Now the next stage is feasibility studies. See students, feasibility study means generally they have to see the practicality, okay. Now in the first step we have seen that it is the step to generate the idea, to discover the new idea. जैसे अगर मुझे अभी एक कंपनी खोलनी है, ओके. सो अगर मैं एक कंपनी खोलना चाहती हूँ, देन आई विल ट्राई टू फाइंड आउट ऑल द डिटेल्स अबाउट इट, ओके. और हमें ये भी देखना है कि वेदर प्रैक्टिकली it is correct or not, practically we will be able to do it or not, okay. हम सिर्फ एक इमेजिन कर ले, लाइक हम सिर्फ इमेजिन कर लेंगे कि हाँ हमें इतनी बड़ी कंपनी खोलनी है, इतना कैपिटल लगा लेंगे, इतना पैसे लगा लेंगे, ऐसी कंपनी खोल देंगे, ये प्रोडक्ट बनाएंगे, सिर्फ सोचने से नहीं होता है. बट प्रैक्टिकली हमें देखना चाहिए कि क्या हमारे पास सारी चीज़ें अवेलेबल है, क्या हमारे पास इतना फाइनेंस है कि हमें कंपनी खोल सके. Do we have the do we have the financial resources, do we have the technical resources, do we have that much technology, okay. Do we have that kind of market which will support our business. So everything has to be thought of. Now feasibility study, see the explanation. After identifying a business opportunity, the promoter undertakes the detailed studies of technical, financial, economic feasibility of the business. That's very correct. See, sometimes the idea is good, but technically it may not be possible to implement, okay. Technically क्यों possible नहीं है, क्या पता उनके पास रिसोर्सेज नहीं है, क्या पता उनके पास इतनी अपग्रेडेड टेक्नोलॉजीज़ नहीं है कि वो उन्होंने अपने प्रोजेक्ट के बारे में सोचा है, जो कंपनी के बारे में सोचा है, वो उनको स्टार्ट नहीं कर सकते ड्यू टू द टेक्निकल इश्यूज. नाउ coming to the financial, they have to think about the financial feasibility also. Now how much funds they require to actually start their project, to start their business idea. Now if the business idea is very large, okay, then definitely it will require lot of funds. Then here they will have to see whether they are financially strong or not, okay, whether they will be able to arrange all the financial resources for the upcoming project, okay. Now economic feasibility. See students, economic feasibility generally says, whenever, like I have told you, whenever the term economic will come, always think about the money, okay. Now here the company or not the company, the promoter will think that whatever the projects they are thinking upon, okay, जो business idea उन्होंने बनाया है, जो project के बारे में वो सोच रहे हैं कि हाँ मैं इस तरह का project करना चाहता हूँ या फिर इस तरह की कंपनी ओपन करना चाहता हूँ, whatever it is, whatever the business idea is, they have to see whether it is profitable or not, okay. So all this thing has to be studied, okay. Only thinking is not, see, only thinking will not work. They have to practically think about all these aspects, right. Now Coming to the next, that is name approval. See the explanation. After selecting the name of the company, the promoters submit an application to the registrar of the companies for its approval. Okay. Now, name approval, students, it is very much necessary that the name of a company should not be identical to the other company's name. Means the two companies should not have the same name. Okay, the two companies cannot have identical name. Okay, now it is important for the company to get its name approved. Okay, get its name approved from the registrar of the companies. Okay, the company will think about the name of the company, and the company will get its name approved from the registrar of the company. The company name, the name of the company should be different from other company's name. Okay, it should not be copied from somebody else. Okay, it should be identical. Okay, no, sorry, it should be different from the other company. Okay, it should not match with other company's name. Now, after this, what will happen? The promoter will submit an application to the registrar of the company, and then the registrar of the company will check all the details, and if it finds that everything is correct, then the registrar will approve the name of the company, then approves the name, and if not, then the registrar may cancel the approval. Right. Now, coming to the next, that is fixing up signatories to the memorandum of association. Students, fixing up signatories to the memorandum of association. Memorandum of association is an important document which has to be formed while establishing a company. See the explanation. I'll explain you. Promoters have to decide about the directors who will be signing the memorandum of association. See, promoters have to decide about the people who will be signing the memorandum. Usually, the signatories of the memorandum become the directors of the company. Okay, students, what happens is, as you know that there are different shareholders in the company. Okay, so the shareholders are spread across the world. Okay, the shareholders of the company are not limited only to one place, they are spread across the world. So in place like the shareholders does what? They select their representative and make the board members. Okay, and those board of directors represent all the shareholders. Okay, they work on the behalf of other shareholders. So here the promoter will fix who all directors are there who will sign the memorandum. Okay, who will sign the memorandum. We will study about all these documents, memorandum of association, everything in further topics. Okay, coming to the next, that is appointment of professional. Now here the promoter will appoint different professionals like the merchant bankers. Okay, the merchant bankers, auditors, etc. Now the promoter will appoint the broker, the underwriters, the bankers, the auditors who will take care of all the activities of the organization, right? And they will take care about all the legal matters of the company. Okay, bankers are appointed to what? To deal with, like, to have a financial dealing. Okay, auditors for the auditing purpose. So they will start appointing different professionals for their company. Okay, now next is preparation of necessary documents. Here in the promotion stage, they have to prepare all the important documents, then only the company will be able to begin. The promoter prepares certain legal documents such as memorandum of association, articles of association, which have to be submitted to the registrar of the company. Okay, before starting the company, the promoter prepares certain legal documents, memorandum of association, article of association. These are the two very important documents which compulsorily has to be submitted to the registrar of the company, then only the company can start. The registrar will see the details of the document, and if he finds everything is okay, then he will approve the idea. Okay, now we will study about all the details about the important documents, the form memorandum of association and article of association in the further topics. Okay, now you have understood about the promotion. Okay, formation of a joint stock company. The first step is the promotion. Promotion means to generate the business idea, to plan for it, to investigate about it, and to arrange the resources to set up the business. Okay. That's it, student. The further topics we will continue in the next class. Thank you.